Hello, welcome to another episode of the Long Hop Cricket Podcast with me, Owen. Alongside me, as usual, is Dave. And today we're going to be going over the first ODI between the West Indies and England. I think we've made our feelings about this ODI series quite obvious.
Although it isn't a pointless series, as we previously described.
I mean,
from the West Indies
point of view,
they need to win this series to increase their chances of qualifying for the Champions Trophy in the start of the English summer. So,
do we know if a win in this series will do it for them?
I think so. Oh, a win or a series win?
Either.
I imagine a series win
will secure it.
I think that they're only They're only 2 points off Bangladesh or something. So I'm presuming a series win will definitely promote their chances of qualifying for the ICC
okay.
Trophy.
Well, I think that makes it more important for both teams, doesn't it? If there's something to play for.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I actually want West Indies to qualify, but I want England to batter them. Let's quickly run through the England team. We see Billings come in for... I was going to say Vince then. We see Billings come in for Alex Hales. Obviously still having problems with his broken finger.
But he has gone, hasn't he?
He's still on, but he's on tour.
He's in the squad.
I suppose Stephen Finn's another name that might not always begin in the team, but Finney's comes in at number 11, and you have players like Liam Plunkett keeps his place. They kept the two spinners of Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali, but really just as kind of like a standard England side, really.
Do you think if it was an important
I think this
ODI that Finn would get in the team?
Are there problems with ball, isn't there? Injury? Or is Willie still injured? Is Willie going on? I don't know. But I think
he's got to be at the bottom of the line, though, isn't he?
Stephen
Finn for getting picked.
But I think I don't think he's a bad ODI player.
He just doesn't seem to offer that much for me.
I was perfectly happy with seeing Finney in the team, to be honest. I think Finn's all right. I think he gets a bit of a hard press sometimes. I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm looking down the West Indies, number 11, and Carlos Brathwaite, I know obviously for hitting Stokes.
Can I just say something?
Kieran Powell, yeah, go on. Bishu, sorry.
Yeah,
3 players I know.
West Indies cricket, even when they've been in dark times, which has been quite a lot recently,
yes,
they've always had like either a world-class player or someone that's really exciting to watch. Like Shivnaran Chanderpaul, Brian Lara, and then you go back to
Marlon Samuels. You're right.
And now
no one. Well,
there isn't.
There probably is.
But they used to have someone in their team that would get in anybody's team. There isn't in this team.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's just a bit of a shame, isn't it? Like I don't know who Jonathan Carter is when he's done well in this game.
Yeah, and Jason Holder is the captain. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's a young team, isn't it? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know too much about this team. Although, is it positive that West Indies have got a young team? The inexperience obviously isn't a positive, it can't be, but a reset, if you like, start from scratch.
There's no point carrying on where they were, is there?
There's no Darren Sammy, there's no Dwayne Bravo, there's none of these players that have played limited overs cricket brilliantly for a long period of time. No Marlon Samuels.
It might be a case of let's just start again. Let's just start again.
New blood, kind of.
Are you surprised that Pollard's not picked? Or do you think they've really just gone for a clean out?
I'm really surprised Andre Russell's not picked.
Let's do that again. Good.
And Zaire Khan.
Brian Lara, let him get in the team.
He probably would still walk back into this team now, wouldn't he? I feel like I'm slightly negative towards this tour. When I was watching it, fell asleep. But it just feels like is it because it hasn't got a test series? There's not one test match that makes you feel like it's worth
and
thinking about.
I know cricket, it's not like a fight where there's hype behind it, but usually there's some sort of build-up.
There's nothing gone into
and
this.
It's just it's got nothing about it at all. And like you said, I think you mentioned it before, it's like a warm-up for a tournament that we don't really care about either. So,
yeah.
But a positive that's come out of it for me, or something that's backing up, is Sam Billings.
Yeah.
Seems to be really cementing himself as
Oh,
a quality opener for England.
I think he's certainly showing himself as a quality opener.
Yeah.
Cementing probably.
No, but
I think it's been very difficult
there's a
for him
spot open for it, isn't there? And he's putting in a really good case.
There's a spot open at the moment, but I think without injury, Alex Hales comes in 9 out of 10 times.
You reckon?
I think Alex Hales had a brilliant year of 2016.
Would you? So if Alex Hales was fit, you'd pick him over Sam Billings?
Yeah. Alex Hales has had a fantastic year 2016. Obviously became England's highest ODI individual score.
Really?
Scored a number of hundreds. Jason Roy and Hales look like they've got things going well for them, actually. I think Hales is a far better opener than Sam Billings, but that's probably because he's been given more of a go. Don't think there's a spot open there for him, which is a shame for Sam Billings, because he actually has done well in the games I've seen him.
Gee.
You don't think Alex Hales...
I would thought you weren't on the Alex Hales.
No, I don't like him as a test player, not at all. But you can't argue with someone who scores 177 or 171, whatever it was, for England
once
in the summer. But he made multiple hundreds last year.
All right.
I think if you
change your tune.
You can't push anyone out of that batting order.
He hasn't played ODI cricket for ages.
Yeah, but he played against India, didn't he? Broke his finger. But you can't push anyone out of that England batting order.
If Sam Billings keeps doing well and Hales becomes fit again, is he just kicked out straight away?
Well, Sam Billings is. I think Hales will have a game this tour. Sam Billings could have done with getting 100 today, if that was going to be the case, and a big 100. But like I was saying, look at that batting order: Billings, Roy, Root, Morgan, Stokes, Butler, Moeen. Who's next in, really? Bairstow, those kind of players.
Yeah,
it's going to be very difficult to get into that batting lineup.
Yes, it is. It is. It's so strong.
And that bowling lineup as well. Okay, the fast bowlers, they'll move around, which is brilliant. But that looks like a pretty strong team. When I saw that come up, I thought
it does, and especially with. I think we have better players than Stephen Finn. I think we have.
Yeah.
It just shows depth. I think.
So who else is there? You got David Willey, Ball.
Done really well recently.
Yeah, I don't particularly mind Finn. I think it's probably a toss up between those three for that last fast bowling spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
So should we sort of outline? I mean,
the West Indies chose to bowl first on a pitch that was probably harder to bat on. Yeah, the West Indies probably did it right. Really, it looked like it was difficult to bat on when England were batting on there.
It's
quite slow.
Sort of almost. I don't know if it's right, but like becoming sort of fashionable to chase now.
Yeah,
becoming a thing in limited overs cricket to chase.
Yeah. Do you remember when it used to be quite the opposite?
Yeah.
You score
exactly.
a score over 270 and you were away with it.
So I think it's becoming a bit of a... I think it's much harder now.
Why is it the case?
Well, I think it's because scores vary so massively now.
People aren't worried about seeing a run rate of 9, are they?
Well, but
the panic button isn't being set at 9.
But a team could get 250 or they could get 370. It's like that can happen. Even if the pitch is hard to bat on, people just swing so hard and the score rates are so quick.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably to give yourself an idea of what you've got to try and do. Yeah.
Well,
because trying to set has got to be difficult.
Helps set a tempo, doesn't it?
You don't know who's going to come off.
Well, I think if you look at that, England found themselves in a bit of trouble at 29 for 2. But Owen Morgan came in, and I think him and Sam Billings put on a lovely partnership together, actually.
Owen Morgan played a pretty perfect innings, I think, didn't he?
Owen Morgan was 20 or 45 balls. Right. Really played himself in. But watching Owen Morgan bat, and when Sam Billings went and Butler came in. And Owen Morgan knew that it was time to just raise it, try and get it to 4.5 and over. Or just
You're
above.
not a fan of the playing yourself in, though, are you?
I
spoke about it before.
Yeah, but
and I'm all for it. But
no, I am in that situation.
Well, when it works,
yeah,
like if it comes off perfectly, you don't mind it.
I think, and I was definitely. We'll go on to the Windies card, and I'll show you where I was a fan of it there. But I think Owen Morgan has this brilliant shot of this goes to cow corner, doesn't he? This lofted
playing across the line.
Yeah,
like it's like a. I think it's like
it's slightly short, isn't it? And then he just goes bang straight over cow corner. And
it's like
almost
arm punch,
effortless, isn't
Yeah.
it? And he just seems to be able to pick up runs like that, and then hit that.
I tell you what's strange is his technique seems quite wristy, but he's got so much power.
He's a bit of a punchy
which
player,
you don't
isn't he?
really tend to get from being really wristy because there's just not a lot of
Yeah,
power.
I suppose.
But he has huge amounts of power.
Owen Morgan was a player who had a terrible 2016.
How much do you think Owen Morgan's got to do to get back in the Test team? Or is that not just
That's
not even possible?
Let's not bother.
It's not, just not even bother talking
let's
about
just
it.
haven't been. He's found form. He's averaging 17.
Should we just leave him alone?
2017. Yeah,
Okay.
Just
Let's
continue doing
not
brilliantly.
Put more pressure on him.
I think he's had a great start to the year in his ODI games, and I think he captained pretty well today. I was really happy with Owen Morgan. I gave him a bit of tap last year. Actually, I thought he's a player that I'd want to see Johnny Bairstow come in and maybe give Ruti the captaincy. But I'm glad to be proven wrong, and I'm glad Morgan's still there. Ben Stokes, a player that we continue to give praise to, even though he's
just maturing really well, isn't he?
He
keeps doing these innings
55 off 61
of like around a run a ball that you just like 2 years ago you would just think he wouldn't play in innings like that, but he's been doing it consistently for quite a while now. So
yeah, I think him alongside Morgan was another very good partnership, and actually really got England out of
bit of a hole.
I suppose in the last they were what. It's becoming really strange. What you watch a team get to 30 overs, and England are probably on about 140 at 30 overs, so just under 5 runs and over, and you watch them double their score in 20 overs.
Setting the platform, innit? I'm a fan.
I think it's incredible. I'm watching teams you never would have thought, of 10 years ago. You watch a team get to 140 off their 30. You're thinking, right then, in the next 20 overs, you'll probably go out. You'll do well. You'll get maybe 250, 260. Go over just slightly over a run. Almost hit a run a ball for the last 20 overs. And that'll be doing well. But now you can double your score. You could go on and effectively go and get. We've seen it 400.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's because it's just such a hard game to predict now.
Yeah.
And I think that's why teams want to chase.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have some idea of what to do. Because now, when you're setting the score, when do you know if you've got a good one or not?
You don't.
What's a good score
for 400, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like. And
when we watched,
trying to set out your stall to set 400.
Well, when was it? Was it in England versus India? Was every score over 300, and England still lost?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I think it's probably. I think it's the right thing now. If you can to chase. Yeah.
Just a quick mention to Moeen Ali, 31 not out, 22 balls, strike rate of almost 150.
Yeah, really good.
That's brilliant, isn't it, from coming in? I think he can quite easily go under the radar with his batting, can't he? Only scores a couple of boundaries, but...
Yeah, especially if he doesn't get any runs, go right under the radar.
Right, let's move on to the bowling, which we like to talk about. We really like to go after the England bowlers, don't we?
Okay.
England reduced the West Indies to 39 for 3, actually, with some good pace bowling up front. And then we saw West Indies really kind of struggle at 210 for 7. But then it was closer than if you look at a few of those scores, some partnerships came in, especially one big partnership with Mohammed and Carter.
Yeah.
Mohammed scoring 72 and Carter scoring a
Were they ever
quick 52.
Really threatening England, though?
No.
Were you ever watching it going, this is a game now?
I think when you looked at when Carter started to go through the motions and started to go above a runner ball, you were thinking, well, it's not impossible.
Yeah, but that's not in danger, is it?
You're thinking, it certainly is possible they could do this, but you're thinking one wicket and that's it.
But I mean, when the commentators are going, "Oh, it's still possible if they do this, this, and this," you're like, "Well, the game's pretty much done."
I was very impressed with Mohammed and Carter. I thought Mohammed had a great game, actually. I thought him and the batsman before that, Hope, those three look quite good, young, promising players.
Like you say, it's given them a chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've given West Indies a chance to have a go at trying to win that game.
And I think, when I watched the first 3 wickets go down, West Indies threw those wickets away, threw that brilliant platform, and gave him, actually, Hope, Mohammed and Carter did well to drag it back, actually. I think it was really poor the way that, you reduced yourself to 39 for 3 with the shots they were playing. Like nothing shots, it was never going to come off. Shots.
I mean, I hate it. I can't bear it. So I'll just go on forever about it.
So England, win by the 45 runs. You're probably right. I was never really that worried. Though, Bishu came in and hit 12 off 6 and England probably were.
It's a bit of a nothingy comfortable game for England, isn't it?
I think England were probably 20 runs above par.
Right.
And West Indies
we're going to struggle to make par.
Right. Because of the quality of the West Indies.
Now, if you're the West Indies coach, what would you do in the next ODI to try and beat this England team?
Right.
Because we say, this is more important to West Indies than it is to England to try and win this series. So they need to win the next one. So what are you going for?
So how am I going to beat England? First of all, I'm thinking to beat England.
Say you win the toss, are you still going to chase?
Yeah. You chase to beat England, yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea of chasing. It has become very fashionable in ODI cricket. I'm going to go about in the way of maybe looking to...
Would you go for...
Just try and... I think... It's difficult to say because England is such a great ODI team.
Yeah.
But I think England might struggle with... If you are extremely patient in the fact that you're prepared to not... I'd look to try and keep it really tight.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you go for aggressive to take wickets or
thing is,
defensive?
Like I just said, 140 off 30 overs isn't a lot. That's under 5 runs and over, and we've seen England power on through. Because you kind of need the wickets, but you need a lot of wickets to get through this England side. Do you think the likes of Billings, Roy, Root, those 3 players, those top 3, do you think they can sit in there and be patient? Or do you think they need to be making runs? Do you think the pressure will get to them if they're not ticking over?
I would, if I was West Indies, I would like to see how England would do chasing a reasonable score and put them in the same situation when they're chasing rather than setting.
I don't know if the West Indies have ever made a score over 300.
Okay, but...
They won't want to start doing that though.
Right. But say West Indies set to 80 and get England in a bit of early trouble and then they dry up the runs. And I could just see England just completely crumbling in on themselves.
I don't think it's going to be
for 120.
No, I don't think that's...
That would be my hope. That's what I'd go for if I was West Indies.
I think you need to dry up the runs. I don't think you're going to bowl England out. I do not think you're going to bowl this England team out. You're going to have to dry up the... Taking wickets obviously will affect the run rate. Yeah. But bowling them out is going to be very difficult because this is such a brilliant batting side. Yeah. It's difficult. India did it through scoring a lot of runs, didn't they? India won their series by well, they scored.
Oh yeah, but it's just too, like I said, it's just too much pressure. I would go. No, it is England. You put them under a bit of pressure. But England, we just go. We won't do it.
No, but England didn't collapse.
We won't do it
against India, did they? They were making 300.
Yeah, but
I don't think West. Well, it's 3-0 England this series.
You reckon it's 3? It won't be 3-0 England.
Simple as that. 3-0 England.
No, it won't be 3-0 England.
3-0 England.
No, it will be 2-1. 2-1 England. I don't.
3-0 England. Right, move on to the bowling. The pace bowlers, brilliant. Plunkett and Wokes. Do you know what I like to see? Plunkett as well. Do you know when we see an England bowler that can bowl 90, right?
Yeah.
How many times do you reckon they're just asked to bowl back of a length? Just because you can bowl 90 does not mean you have to be the enforcer. He pitched it up.
Yeah.
He bowled a brilliant length today, and he got 4 wickets.
It always seems to be a thing with England of bowling pointlessly short. I mean, we talked about it before.
I think if you can bowl 90...
If you can bowl 90, bowl full.
Yeah. I think Wokes had a good game. Brilliant game. Though Wokes, he can bowl, the high 80s. But Plunkett and Wokes, really stand-up performers with the ball, actually, today. To pick up fourthers.
What was Finn like?
Good.
Yeah?
He got whacked for... It was one of his overs, but Finney was all right.
Isn't he a bit sort of...
He's not fast.
Non-distinct, just...
Well, so was Glenn McGrath. We just watched him.
No, Glenn McGrath's not non-distinct.
He's not fast.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Finn doesn't seem to... Because Finn used to have that 90 mile an hour...
Yeah, but I don't think...
now he has...
But David
what
Willey's
does he
not
have
fast.
about him?
David Willey's not fast. Rashid's not fast. Let's not give Finney a hard time.
I want to give him a hard time.
Finney was good. Was happy for Finney to keep his place. I don't
know what he gives you that you couldn't bring in someone else to do. Yeah, do you know what I mean, though? It's like, I think Plunkett's your raw pace.
I've got something. Genuine number 11.
It's like, he really won't get you any runs.
No Stokes today with the bowling. No, I don't believe that's tactical.
Tired, isn't he?
I believe that's an injury.
Concentrate when he's
Has
batting.
to be unless something's come out now. We're 1 o'clock in the morning. This is a late one. Something may have come out. We've been watching highlights of 2001 Ashes.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out which Ashes it was.
It was an old one, but we haven't had a look at the news to see if Stokes is injured. But he hasn't bowled today. It has to be an injury.
Yeah, mate, he's tired. He's concentrating now when he bats. Concentrate. Can't just go out there swinging the willow. He's got to concentrate.
The jump of the whack we gave to Adil Rashid when he didn't bowl on that T20. Jump of the abuse you gave him. Well, I said it was fine.
No, you didn't.
No, I did.
No, come on.
Go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
I said it was okay that he didn't bowl because we've got enough amount of bowlers, right?
It's ridiculous.
Stokes
this
hasn't
is
bowled.
not the same conversation.
So if Stokes isn't injured, then is it embarrassing he hasn't bowled?
No.
What? Okay. Just...
You want reasoning behind that?
Yeah.
Right, well, Stokes is an all-rounder. Rashid isn't an all-rounder. Rashid would be picked for specialist spin bowler.
Yeah.
And you don't bowl him.
Do you think
and you bowl your part-time spinner in front of him. That was my argument.
Do you think the England team have kind of gone down like village level? Like, Stokesy, you've hit a 50. You don't need to have a bowl. Well, let's give someone else a go.
Give someone else a go. I'll tell you what would be a comparison to picking Rashid and him not bowling would be like picking, right, you pick, right, you pick Finn to bowl. He's in the team to bowl because he's a genuine number 11. Yeah. You pick him to bowl, but you give Joe Root a go at bowling, some little seam swingers instead.
Or say,
and he's getting a go. It's like, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So Stokes, I think it's
Stokes is an all-rounder. He can do one or the other.
Yeah.
And he wasn't needed.
Oh, yeah. Well, then let's move on to spin then.
Right.
I tell you what, Adil Rashid, when I watched his first over, I just thought, fuck. They're going to have to slag him off again and again. Honestly, his first over, I think he bowled 2 wides and another 2 of those could have been wide.
Well, they just letting him off, were they? Down the leg side, let him off.
No, it's like the batsman was going after him, trying to sweep them. And it was
sweep and dragging it back to the offside.
I was just thinking like, oh no. And then I think his first 4 overs was total dog shit. And then he picks up the wicket, and then after that he bowled like a treat. Bowled brilliantly after that. Found his line and length, got it to purchase, got it to drift in a little bit, got it to actually do something. He looked a proper bowler. And he comes out with Rashid, 1 for 43 off 9. Fantastic. And
Are we happy with him though? As England spinner, are we happy now?
Well, no, he's shit.
You think he's bad?
No, he's not bad. He's just not good. But if we're going to talk about this game,
Sorry, we're going to get right.
Want to continue. I'm very happy with how Rashid played this game.
Okay.
Moeen Ali. I also want to have a quick chat about Moeen. Right, 4 years ago, Moeen was not Worcester's Premier spinner. I was thinking about it today when I was watching Moeen, bowling these little darters.
Yeah.
He's come a long way, becoming a non-bowler to just a poor bowler. but he's come such a long way.
Yeah, well, right.
It takes a lifetime.
Has he?
To become.
How far do you think he's gone?
If
you went back 3 years and watched him bowl,
I think he's come a long
and
way.
you watched him bowl now,
he didn't bowl badly today at all.
if you faced him in the net, said you had,
I wouldn't be able to pick it.
You knew how to do pads up, and you went and knew which way to put your gloves on.
Then when we went to Lords and watched him, you were like, "Fucking hell, they are darts, aren't they?"
But
you're like, "I can hardly pick these."
But I don't know how much he's.
I like him as an
if
ODI
you
player.
faced him 3 years ago, going, this is distinctly average.
No,
and now you're facing him now. Look at all this he's got.
No, I think he's a better bowler than he's ever been. I'm not slating Moeen. I'm not slating Rash. I think even Root had 5 overs that were half decent.
How's his back? He gets injured, doesn't he?
Yeah. Generally, just a very strong England side playing a weak West Indies team, really.
For nothing. I think we need to get more into this series.
Do you know what I was thinking? We should go out there.
Yeah?
I was looking at it. I was like, Antigua. I was like, I bet you that would be
we should go out there.
So that would be a really good. I think
start doing some video podcasts. Like, here we are, day 1, second ODI. We're going to see if Dave can have 5 lagers and sit in the sun for 2 hours.
But I was watching it and I was thinking, like, that must be one of the best. If you're a cricket fan or you're a part of the Barmy Army, or
how gutted would you be if you're in a seat and not on like a grass bank or something?
Yeah. And I was watching it, I was just thinking, that must be really nice to go out there.
Be great.
One of the best tours, and it's surely going to the West Indies.
Are you scared of the sea?
No.
I bet you are.
I'm not.
I bet you wouldn't go swimming in the sea, would you?
I'll go paddling. Yeah, we should go out there.
All right, let's do it. When's the next
Sunday? So we'd have to fly tomorrow. I'm pretty sharpish, but in the next couple of hours, we'll have to get on a flight.
But when's the third one?
That's probably the day after or something ridiculous. I think it's next week sometime.
I forget it. Can't do it. Good idea though.
Yeah.
You need to bring this up earlier.
Yeah.
Next time.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. We need to take this series more seriously because this isn't good enough. We need to take it more seriously because these are important. These are important, and I want to win this tournament coming up. So,
I think we should just redo the podcast.
No, but I think it's important for Sam Billings because I think he can secure his place.
Secure his place.
You've changed your tune so much; it's unbelievable.
And
I think that the last seamer's position's up for grabs. I think that's what's been decided in this series.
Why don't we get any more subscribers anymore?
I like
the fact 23 for.
I like the fact you just listened to what I said.
I think. Yeah, okay. But then my question's more important.
Go on. Why haven't we got
23?
more subscribers? I don't know. People have already subscribed on telling their mates.
Right, we should cut this off now.
You need to get on your mates.
Yeah.
Go, look, do you like cricket? They'll probably say no, and you need to get them into it.
No, we're here for those people who don't like cricket. We're
Yeah?
fans. This is fan zone.
You can't be a fan. What are you talking about? If they don't like cricket, they're not a fan, so they're not going to listen to
No,
fans talking about cricket.
They don't want to listen to boring old men talking about cricket. They want to listen to young, enthusiastic fans.
We just weren't enthusiastic about it. We just did a podcast about how unimportant this was.
That's part of
But yeah,
that's
come
part of
on,
any
mate.
sort of cricket.
Come on, guys. You know, we're doing our bit. Need to step your game up. Yeah, we need some more. I think we need to cover different forms of cricket. We should cut this off now because Dave's getting bored. But right, you need to.
Did everyone enjoy the Australia?
Yeah, we like some feedback as to whether you cared about us covering the other game. I liked
We've got
covering
some
the other
comments.
game.
We did get a couple of comments.
I like covering other games.
Yeah, so do I.
It's nice not having to really worry
Yeah,
about it. Like actually caring
Right.
which team does well.
Let's call this off.
Right.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah, good.
I like staying on. I like doing it though.
I know, it's nice, isn't it? Should we... I'll tell you
the
what.
last 5 minutes have just been.
What I'm
completely utter
interested
shit.
in is...
Would you like us to go 3-hour podcast?
Are people happy with the length of the podcast? At half an hour?
This would be great because if no one answers back, then that means no one's got this far. So
Yeah.
obviously not.
Fish tank. Put fish tank in the comments if you got this far.
So, yeah, right. Let's do that.
I reckon we should do... Here's for an idea, quick, before we finish.
Here's
Here's an
I've been
idea.
trying to wrap this
Shut
up
up.
for
Shut
the last
up.
6 minutes.
We can't speak over each other. Professional. I reckon we should do a 2020 companion. Right?
What does that mean?
Which is...
Does that
Well,
mean this is when you watch the game and
We watch the game and talk absolute nonsense and slightly commentate on it, and people could sync it up. The only problem is that we don't live stream our podcast.
We could do.
So it's pretty. But we could do a live stream podcast
No, we could.
of England playing 2020 cricket, and we could commentate on the whole game. And the real,
like Test match special.
yeah, and we'd get a little thing of saying there's 11,000 people like listening and tuning in whilst they're doing it, isn't it? You could do a Facebook Live,
Yes.
just looking at your dog.
Who's going to relieve us though?
Do you know?
Someone comes in and says, "All right, Vorney, fuck off."
What are you talking
stuff.
about?
Well, we need to have a break, don't we?
Oh, what? Oh, lunch, like the... Yeah. I don't know. Get a guest in.
Daddy.
And we need a new mic stand. If anyone wants to set up a Just Giving page and we can get a new mic stand.
I've never edited a show before, but I might just...
No, we're not
edit
editing this. It's unfiltered. Right.
Right.
Click finish.
Yeah, well, should I do the... Like if you... Like if you enjoyed it, obviously you all have. That's why we get all those likes. Subscriptions are brilliant, aren't they?
They're good. They are good. We want to get off 23.
Yeah, though it's a nice number. Comments, thank you for all your comments. I know there's a couple came in we haven't had a chat about.
Yeah.
We'll chat about them in a later date. And join us on Sunday. The show probably won't be, we can't be this late, but we work on Monday. So we will speak to you then.
Hope you enjoyed it.